Hey guys, welcome to a brand new Football Manager 2018 series. This is going to be the Turkish Delight. I'm Joe. If you're new around here, make sure you do subscribe for daily FM18 content. I do stuff like The Journeyman every single day. I also do Football Manager 2008, and I stream every single Wednesday at 8 o'clock with a Road to Glory type save. This is just going to be a one-season challenge with a team called, now wait for this pronunciation, Antalyaspor, in the Turkish Super League. I have no idea how to pronounce that. If there's anybody Turkish or that knows how to pronounce it, spell it phonetically down in the comments. Please let me know. But no, me and my friend at uni, we were just looking at some old players like Samuel Eto'o. We seen where he was, and he was at Antalyaspor. And yeah, also there's Johann, Djourou, Jeremy Menez and Samir Nasri. So, you know, I thought that's a good idea for a Football Manager series. They're not doing too well in real life. I think they're around about 15th or 16th at the time of recording. Pardon me. But hopefully we can turn them round, take on the big three boys in Fenerbahce, Besiktas and Galatasaray. It's certainly going to be a big challenge. I've never managed in Turkey before, but it's going to be a load of fun. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to some more Football Manager 2018 and part 1 of the Turkish Delight with Antalyaspor, as I'm going to pronounce it for now. Today's episode we will be playing a match of the season, the first match against, wait for it, Malatyaspor. Haven't got a clue, to be honest with you, but I think that'll be fun. We're obviously on a tour of England by the looks of it. Looking at the schedule, we've played Millwall, and then we're going to play Bromley, Dagenham and Redbridge, and then Brentford. So hopefully we'll get some wins out of that. And then Hacettepe, who are wherever they are. They're actually a Turkish league, so in one of the Turkish leagues. So hopefully we can beat all 5 of those teams. We've already beaten one of them and give ourselves the best possible chance going into the first match of the season, which, what am I getting myself into? Look at some of the names in here. I'm just not going to be able to pronounce them. But no, it should be fun. We're predicted to finish 7th in the league this season, according to the media. Sorry, 6th in the league, so hopefully we can finish around about there. I've heard of all the teams above. I mean, Bursaspor, I'd maybe swap them round. Scott Carson used to play for them, I believe, so it's certainly going to be very, very interesting. Let's just have a look at the expectations that are upon us, mid-table, and reach the 6th round of what I presume is the Turkish League Cup, or the Turkish Cup, or whatever. I'm going to go and do the meeting off camera, so we won't worry about that. I do just want to introduce you to some of the squad, though, and some of the names you will be very familiar with. Ruud Boffin, or Boffan, is, will be Boffan if he's Belgian. He's going to be our main goalkeeper this year. He's 29 years old. He's actually played for West Ham before, for one game, but he was there many years ago. And then Ferhat Kaplan is going to be our backup goalkeeper. Johann Djourou is going to be our main central defender, former Arsenal player, played for Hanover and Hamburg the last few seasons, but he's moved to us on a free transfer. Hopefully he'll be very good. And Diego Angelo is a good player as well. And then we've got Dursan, Nizam, Atak, Sangera, who are all Turkish players. Chico is a Brazilian. He's played for presumably Brazilian teams in the past. He has played in Turkey for the last few years, so he's certainly going to be somebody that we're relying on for experience. We've got Selustka. I can't believe I've got myself in for this. Charles Van Coor. He looks like a good player, actually. Where's he been? Marseille. So he played for Marseille last season. He's been at Roma in the past, as well as Dynamo Moscow, Standard Liège, and Nantes. Nantes. So he's definitely going to be a good player for us, I think, this season. Sandro, now is that the Sandro that played for QPR? It is. So Sandro plays for them as well. He played for QPR, of course, as well as West Brom and Tottenham. So he's going to be a key player. Samir Nasri is the big one, though. 4.5-star build. He's worth 12 million. He's just joined for 2 million after many years at Man City. He didn't play for them last season. He played for Sevilla, so hopefully he's still good. Danilo from Belgium. I feel like I've heard of him. Maybe not actually, but looks like a decent player nonetheless. Samuel Eto'o is going to be our talisman. He's been here for the last couple of years and scored a ton of goals. Obviously, he's played for Chelsea and Everton in recent years as well. So definitely going to be a big player for us this season, Samuel Eto'o. If not because of his experience, if he's not putting in the goals, he's going to be an experienced guy around the dressing room. El Kabir, Maicon, not that Maicon, and Jeremy Menez, who was brilliant on FIFA a couple of years ago, actually. A lot of people had him in the Ultimate Team, I think, when he was at AC Milan. But he's played for PSG, he's played for Roma, he's played all around. He seems to alternate between France and Italy, but he's broken that streak by coming to us this year for 1.3 million. So he's going to be an important player. He's out for 5 weeks to 3 months, so we're not going to see the benefit of him straight away. If we have a look at the under-21s, there's some good players in there, namely this guy, Jevtovic, but he's out on loan. There's Emre Gural as well. I don't think it's not the one that played for Newcastle. There's a 34-year-old keeper down here as well, which we might move up into the first team as a backup goalkeeper. Finances, though, are where we struggle. We've got 2 million in the balance. We've got 1.3 million to spend. A decent wage budget, but look at this projection. I'm so glad I'm not staying here for multiple seasons. 21 million in the red at the end of the season, but by the end of the 2019-20 season, 62 million in the red. That is going to be ridiculous for whoever's in charge then. It may well be us if this series goes really well. This is the dynamic screen at the moment. Bad match cohesion, good dressing room atmosphere, and fairly decent managerial support for the moment. But we will be looking to bring in a couple of players, maybe on free transfers. I've definitely got some scout reports going on a few players, and hopefully we'll be able to do something alright this season. I don't think we've got any European football to speak of, so it is literally just the league and the cup, and we'll be looking to do something good. But I shall see you for this Antalyaspor game in just a second, and hopefully I'll have some signings to tell you about. Alright guys, we finally made it here to match day. We've had an interesting summer. I tell you what, the foreign player rules is going to be the bane of my life in Turkey. There's so many players that we might have been able to sign had we been able to bring in more foreign players. You're only allowed a maximum of 14 in your registered squad of 28, and only 12 on match day. So even today we've had to leave some players out. But I did make some transfer signings before I found this out. One of them was Alessandro Diamanti, 34 years old, obviously a big player. Over the years, he did play for West Ham in the Premier League many moons ago, but he's not going to be able to play, at least not straight away. And Ines Hagi has come in as well. He will be playing today, I believe, or at least he's on the bench. But he's come in on loan. I think he's a good player. 2.5-star ability, 5-star potential. He's definitely going to be a good backup option, I think. Pre-season itself was pretty good, to be honest with you. We beat Bromley 4-1, which you'd expect. Eto'o getting a couple of goals and Maicon as well. Dagenham and Redbridge, we beat them 3-0. Djourou and Maicon scoring. And then we drew 2-2 with Brentford, which was quite disappointing. Karabalut and Eto'o getting the goals there. And then we beat Hakatepe with Eto'o and Danilo scoring there. So a decent pre-season, it has to be said. The dynamics is looking alright. You know, we've got a little bit of match cohesion in there now. The dressing room atmosphere is good, and the managerial support is getting there. So hopefully we'll be able to perform today, and I am going for something that served us well last year, and hopefully will serve us well this year. It's going to be a 4-2-3-1, very attacking, very fluid. So if we have a look at the team instructions, we're just going to be normal defensive line. We're going to play attacking. We're going to play out of defence, try and work the ball into the box. We're going to run at the defence, be more expressive. We're going to stay on with feet. We're going to prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and everything else is just on standard. And for the first time in my football manager career, I am going to play with a sweeper keeper. It's simply because it's what he wants to do. So it's the first time I've ever really had that in a goalkeeper. So we'll try it today. We'll see how it goes. If it's meaning he's up here when he should be back here, then we're going to tone that down a bit. We've got a pretty generic defence. We are playing with a ball-playing defender. And a deep line playmaker, as well as a ball winner midfielder in midfield, and then an advanced playmaker on support with two supporting wingers, and then a trequartista up front, which I haven't used too much in the past. So it's experimentation over in Turkey. I've never managed there before, so we'll try some new roles and see how it goes. Ruud Buffon will start. Buffon will start in goal today with Salustga. I don't know. Djourou, Angelo, and Atac in defence with Vanquer and Vanquer and Sandro in midfield, and Danilo, Nasri, and Maicon starting behind Eto'o up front. I don't think I did too bad a job of all the pronunciations. Obviously some of them were wrong, but generally it was alright. But let's get ourselves into the match. I think it should be a good one, hopefully. We'll see what we're going to do. I'll probably go with 2D Classic, but let us know down in the description if you would, or in the comments, I beg your pardon, whether you'd like to see 2D Classic. We're getting ready to get into things. It's certainly going to be interesting. Come on! Antalyaspor, I don't know. Just let me know how you say that. Emmanuel Aboué playing in this match, which is quite cool. I think it's going to be Nasser Barazit as well. He played for Arsenal. It'll be nice to see some familiar names in the Turkish league. Barazit almost getting a goal there, but I think we'd take a draw today. You know, we're just settling into Turkey really. Trying to find our feet. Nasri into the middle. Here's Nasri again. And now here's Maicon, and he puts it into the back of the net. It's 1-0. An assist by Sandro. It is our first goal in the Turkish Super League, and the first goal of hopefully many in this series. Nasri with the initial cross in, and a nice header down by Sandro, and a wonderful goal there by Maicon. And we're 1-0 up, which is good to see. Hopefully that's a sign of things to come. So yeah, this is a tactic that served us well last season with Arsenal, when we did the Life After Wenger series, and back in FM16 when we did the Everton project, we actually won 2 Champions Leagues in a row with Everton, as well as winning the Premier League and finishing in the top 4 on a number of occasions in a 7-year spell with Everton. And our Life After Wenger, we won a treble. We won multiple Premier Leagues, multiple Champions Leagues. I think we won a lot of trophies. It was good in a 4-year spell there. So 4-2-3-1s have been my friend in the past. Will they be our friend today? That's got to be the question, you know. Is it going to be the tactic? Is it going to be the players? I think going forward, we're a fabulous side, and we've got a top player in all areas of the field. So I think we've got a good chance of doing something this year. Do we bring Menez back early? That's the question. I don't think so. We're going to put El Kabir on that right hand side. We're going to move him into attack. We don't want to bring Nasri off particularly. We'll bring on Zeki in the mid... No, we won't. Maybe Harun? Yeah, Harun likes that. Still trying to get to know the players. I think we'll leave it like that for now. We might drop this down to control. Because we have had a bit more possession than them. Here's Eto'o, another former Arsenal player. Barazit now to Diallo. Just wide. It seems to be all the old Arsenal players playing in Turkey. You've got Djourou, you've got Nasri, Barazit, Eto'o, Van Persie, Adebayor. Oh, that's sad. That's really sad. It's 1-1 now. Move that back onto attacking. Eto'o's not had the best of games, has he? Let's bring on Menez for this last 10 minutes. And swap them two round. Play him as a complete forward. And we'll see how that goes. Would be a shame not to win this first game after getting off to a good start here. Yeah, again, just the set pieces letting us down, unfortunately. We've got 5 minutes to go to try and find that winner. We'll demand more from them. We've got Nasri with a cross. Here's Harun now. Harun on the ball. Loses it, but here's Nasri. Maicon. Oh, that was a big chance. Big chance. Here's Angelo. Diego Angelo. Now here's Djourou to Sakib to Sandro to Nasri. Sakib. Sandro. Nasri. Mina away. Good header down. Here's Maicon. Nasri. Here's Sakib. Nasri. Get it forward, son. Oh, he's been fouled. Oh, it's going to be a red card. Got 4 minutes to take advantage of this. We're going to overload them now. Come on. It just looks like it's going to fizzle out. Here's Menez. Please don't get injured. It's into the middle. Unfortunately, not anywhere near a player. It's 1-1 on our first game of the season. We'll have to have a look at where these guys are predicted to finish. We'll say that they were unlucky, but generally it was quite a poor performance. Where are they predicted to finish in the Super League? Let's have a look. 13th, they're newly promoted, so we should be beating them really. But today we haven't beaten them, and we're just going to have to do better in the next one, I guess. Let's have a look at when we're going to come back. Oh, that's a good episode, isn't it? We'll come back for the Fenerbahce and Galatasaray matches, as I'm questioning me to myself what I've got myself in for. I'm totally out of my depth here in Turkey, but hopefully we'll be able to turn it around and we'll be able to have a good stab at things this season at, let's try it again, Antalyaspor. Let me know in the comments what you think of this series and how to pronounce the team names and some of the player names and all of that. But if you have enjoyed, make sure you do hit that big like button down below. It really does help me out getting the videos found and stuff. If we could hit 15 likes on this video, that would be absolutely amazing. And the idea of this series, it'll come out twice a week. I haven't really decided the days yet, but today, I guess, whatever day this is, and then another day in the week, it's going to be out at 8 o'clock at night, so UK time, so hopefully you can check me out then. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more for daily FM18 content, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.